New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees is coming under fire for comments he made in an interview with Yahoo Finance about kneeling during the national anthem, a reference to the protest started by former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick. Watch.
I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. Let me just tell you what I see or what I feel when the national anthem is played and when I look at the flag of the United States. I envision my two grandfathers who fought for this country during World War II. One in the Army.
Drew has since apologized, saying the comments were, quote, insensitive and completely missed the mark on the issues we are facing right now as a country. They lacked awareness and any type of compassion or empathy. So this comes only after the NFL star was called out by fellow athletes like LeBron James, who tweeted, wow, man, is it still surprising at this point? Sure isn't. You literally still don't understand why Cap was kneeling on one knee. Has absolutely nothing to do with the disrespect of the flag and our soldiers, men and women who keep our land free. And Drew's teammate Malcolm Jenkins also posted an emotional video calling the comments painful.
Drew Brees, if you don't understand how hurtful, how insensitive your comments are, you are part of the problem.
Erica, does Drew's apology go far enough for you? Do you feel like he only apologized because of the pressure? How do we break this down? Because there is still a side that feels like if you kneel during the national anthem that you are disrespecting the flag. What would you say to people right now that believe that?
I think that people need to understand that we're not talking about Americans versus non-Americans. We are all Americans. We all have family members who have served. We all have a tie to this country. Different ties for different reasons, but we are all American. What Drew Brees did was decide to, in this moment of movement, have a conversation with Yahoo Finance that had nothing to do with his finance, okay? That is not talking about finances, Drew. And another thing is, Drew considers himself an ally. I can't tell every ally what they should be doing, but I can certainly tell you, as an ally, don't do anything to disrupt or diminish the message that Black Lives Matter. Drew could have easily have said, this is a flexible duality conversation. Let me talk about what's important in this moment. Black people are being killed disproportionately by police officers due to racism and police brutality. Because of who I am, because of what I represent, and the people around me who protect me every game as a quarterback, I want to say that Black Lives Matter. I am an ally. But to say anything else in this moment is only dragging up the sentiments that were used purposefully in order to disrupt the message of Black Lives Matter. So now we aren't talking about Black Lives Matter. We're talking about Colin Kaepernick being disrespectful and kneeling during the national anthem. That was purposefully done. And I need for people to understand that. That is called a propaganda machine. And now Drew Brees has drug up all of this old propaganda and decided to talk about it now in the middle of a movement. That's why people are pissed.
Yeah, thank you, Erica. And Jeff, really quickly, I know we have to move on, but I think this is such an important issue to address because I still get comments that bring up Jeff, Colin Kaepernick, saying that it's disrespectful to our flag. And initially, you can have that theory or that opinion, but then when you talk to people who are kneeling and they tell you it's not about the disrespect of the flag. In fact, many of them have, fathers and grandfathers that also served. And they say it's because I don't feel protected by this country like my white brothers and sisters are. And then we have the evidence to prove that. How do people not hear their message when they are telling them that it's not about the flag, it's about the fact that they're not protected under that flag?
Yes, Sam, this is the story I was looking forward to doing most today. I know we have to get to some other stories, but quickly, this is just it. Don't talk, listen in these circumstances. I'm gonna spin this in a positive way, okay? Because I was listening to SportsCenter today and they kind of spun it positive. 4 years ago, Drew Brees said the exact same thing and nobody cared. not his teammates. Maybe they did, but they didn't speak out. This is a moment to listen to black people. I looked to football, I looked to sports my whole life to bring people together during race. Vic Fangio said the same thing. There's no racism in football. We know there's racism in football. So I like that the message is getting cleared up now. Black people are coming forward saying that wasn't the message. This is the message. And now for people who just flippantly spin that off their tongue, this is a lesson that we could learn. 4 years ago, you could say that. Now, you can't say that. So I think in a positive way, the world is changing. At least in this moment, the world is changing. So I'm going to spin that in a positive way. I hope Drew learned his lesson. I hope his teammates forgive him. But I understand where everyone's coming from with this.
Yeah, education is the way forward, and hopefully people are going to continue to listen, Jeff.